You did everything they told you to. You bought the ring that scores your sleep and the patch that maps your blood sugar. You own the scale that calculates your muscle mass down to the decimal point. Your life is a dashboard of impeccable data, a testament to discipline. You are a walking, breathing monument to optimization. You are the perfect modern subject, and you have the charts to prove it. So tell me, why do you feel so brittle? Why does the slightest deviation from the plan, a single night of imperfect sleep or a meal that spikes your glucose, feel like a catastrophic failure? Why, with all this data proving your wellness, do you lie awake with a humming, electric anxiety you cannot name? You are more informed about your own biology than any human in history, yet you feel profoundly disconnected from your own body. Let me offer you an uncomfortable truth, a handhold to pull you out of this quicksand of confusion. Your anxiety is not a personal flaw. That feeling of being broken is not a sign that you need to optimize harder. It is a symptom. It is a warning sign, a flare sent up from the deepest part of you, screaming that you have been sold a dangerous and pervasive lie. The lie is this, that you can engineer a perfect, painless, and predictable existence through the relentless accumulation of data. That your body is a faulty machine, a messy collection of code to be debugged and upgraded until it runs without error. The multi-billion-dollar wellness industry is built on this lie, selling you the instruments of your own surveillance under the guise of self-improvement. You are not alone in this prison. Millions are just like you, staring at their health dashboards with a cocktail of pride and dread. It's a collective delusion, a mass psychosis of control. You have been recruited into the position of being the tireless warden of your own biological jail. So the real question is not how you can achieve a better sleep score. The real question is, what if the very tools you use to control your body are the primary instruments of your enslavement? Part 2. The diagnosis. To understand the architecture of this prison, we must turn to a prophet who saw its blueprints being drawn decades ago. His name was Michel Foucault. He was not a self-help guru. He was a philosophical archaeologist, and he unearthed the hidden mechanisms of power that govern your very life. He gave us the key to understanding your modern anxiety. Foucault saw with terrifying clarity that the future of control wouldn't be exercised through overt violence or iron-fisted authority. It would be quieter, more insidious. He called it biopower. It is power wielded over the very processes of life, birth, death, health, sickness, and wellness. It is a system that doesn't need to threaten you because it has convinced you to police yourself in the name of your own good. This is not some abstract academic theory. This is the air you breathe. When your employer offers a discount on health insurance for participating in a wellness program that tracks your steps, that is biopower. When social media bombards you with images of the ideal, healthy body, creating a silent moral imperative to conform, that is biopower. And when you strap on a device to measure your every bodily function, you are not just collecting data, you are participating in your own subjugation. You have been taught to see your body as a project. Your sleep, your diet, your heart rate, these are no longer just aspects of your life, they are key performance indicators. You have become the CEO and the performance indicators. You have become the CEO and the underpaid, overworked employee of You Incorporated. Your worth is measured not by your character or your joy, but by the efficiency of your biological machine. You think you have a biohacking hobby. What you have is a new form of labor. It is unpaid, it is 24/7, and its demands are infinite. Because the goal of this system is not, and has never been, your peace. The goal is to make you a more docile, predictable, and productive unit within a larger economic machine. A perfect sleep score doesn't make you free, it makes you a more efficient worker the next day. This is why you feel that brittle anxiety. It's the pressure of constant self-surveillance. You are both the prisoner and the guard, watching yourself through the cold, unblinking eye of the algorithm. Every meal is a test. Every night's sleep is a performance review. You are living under a tyranny of optimization, and the tyrant is a voice in your head that sounds suspiciously like the user interface of your favorite wellness app. Do not mistake this for a conspiracy. It is more dangerous than that. A conspiracy as a secret room of people pulling the strings. Biopower is a system that runs on its own logic, a logic you have been conditioned to accept as common sense. It's not a glitch in the system that your quest for health has made you sick with worry. This is the system working perfectly. This is the intended outcome. Part 3. Deepening the deception. But the lie goes deeper than a prison of data and social control. The cage Foucault described is not just external, it is psychological. It's not just external, it is psychological. It is a trap for the soul itself. To understand this inner dimension of the lie, we must listen to another wise prophet, a man who understood the dance of life better than anyone. Watts would have looked at your beautiful charts, your intricate logs of bodily function, and he would have chuckled. Not with mockery, but with the profound compassion of a man watching someone try to catch the wind in a net or grab a fistful of flowing water. He knew that the very act of trying to seize and control life is what guarantees your failure to ever truly experience it. You do not have a data management problem. You have a spiritual problem. You are trying to apply the logic of a machine to the mystery of an organism. Your life, your consciousness, your vitality. It is not a static object to be measured and fixed. It is a process. It is a dance. It is like a river, and your obsession with data is a frantic attempt to build a dam, to stop the flow, to nail it down and say, "Here. This is it. I have achieved." Think about it. The more you focus on your breath, trying to control it, the more unnatural it becomes. The more you try to force yourself to fall asleep, the more awake you feel. The more you obsessively track your happiness, the more elusive it seems. This is what Watts called the backwards law. The desire for a positive experience is itself a negative experience. The acceptance of a negative experience is itself a positive experience. Your biohacking is the ultimate expression of the backwards law. Your relentless pursuit of wellness is precisely what is making you feel unwell. Because you have told yourself that anxiety, imperfection, and pain are enemies to be eradicated, you have declared war on your own humanity. But in doing so, you have made the battlefield your own mind and body, and there can be no peace in a state of civil war. The system of biopower Foucault described provides the tools for this war. The philosophy of control Watts warned against provides the justification. You are caught in a perfect loop of deception. You feel anxious, so you buy a device to measure the anxiety. The data from the device gives you a new set of standards to fail, which creates more anxiety. The solution offered is always more data, more control, a tighter grip on the water that will never stop slipping through your fingers. You have been tricked into believing that the purpose of life is to arrive at a destination of perfection. But there is no destination. There is only the journey, the process, the dance. By focusing on a non-existent finish line, the 100% sleep score, the perfectly flat glucose curve, you are missing the dance entirely. You are not living. You are auditing your life and finding it wanting. The ultimate layer of the deception is this: you have been convinced to trade the richness of experience for the poverty of measurement. You have swapped the feeling of a restful sleep for the number on a screen that tells you if you were successful. You have replaced the pleasure of a meal with the judgment of a glucose monitor. You have given up your birthright of embodied presence for a mess of pottage, for a handful of data points that can never, ever capture the truth of what it is to be alive. Part 4. The antidote. So you have seen the prison. You have understood the psychological trap. You feel the cold bars of biopower and the frustrating slip of the water through your fingers. What now? How do you escape a prison you helped build? A prison whose walls are your own habits and beliefs? The answer is not a new hack. It is not a 10-step plan. The antidote is an act of profound rebellion. It is a returning. It is the deliberate and courageous act of reclaiming your animal intuition. This is the great forgotten wisdom, the intelligence that guided every ancestor you have ever had. It is the deep, cellular, pre-verbal knowledge that hums beneath the noise of your thoughts and the clamor of your apps. It is your biological inheritance. What is animal intuition? It is not about becoming primitive or abandoning reason. It is about restoring balance. It is about learning to listen again to the subtle, powerful signals your body is constantly sending you. It is the pang of true hunger, not the scheduled eating window. It is the deep, bone-weary fatigue that calls you to rest, not the sleep score that judges you for it. It is the spark of desire, the whisper of discomfort, the flush of excitement. The lie tells you to trust the dashboard. Animal intuition tells you to trust your gut. The lie demands data. The lie promises optimization. Animal intuition offers harmony. The lie wants you to be a machine. Animal intuition reminds you that you are an organism, a part of the vast, intelligent, interconnected web of life. Consider the wolf. A wolf does not consult a chart to know when it is hungry. It does not measure its heart rate variability to decide if it is fit to hunt. It does not analyze its sleep patterns to gauge its recovery. It feels. It senses. It moves in accordance with a wisdom so deep and ancient it requires no numbers. This same wisdom exists within you. It has simply been silenced, buried under an avalanche of data. To reclaim this, you must begin a practice of subtraction, not addition. It starts with small acts of defiance. One day, leave your tracker on the charger, go for a walk, and don't measure the distance or the pace. Simply walk. Feel the air on your skin. Notice the rhythm of your feet on the ground. Listen to your breathing. Eat a meal without logging the calories. Eat until you feel gently satisfied, and then stop. Trust that feeling. This will feel terrifying at first. The voice of the warden will scream at you. You are losing control. You are falling behind. You are failing. This is the withdrawal from the addiction to certainty. You must be brave enough to sit in the discomfort of not knowing. You must be willing to trade the illusion of control for the reality of freedom. Because when you stop outsourcing your awareness to a device, you are forced to develop it within yourself. When you stop relying on a score to tell you how you feel, you must actually check in with yourself and feel. You begin to rebuild the connection between mind and body that the lie has severed. You start to inhabit your body again instead of just managing it. This is not a path to a new kind of perfection. Reclaiming your animal intuition means embracing imperfection. It means accepting that some days you will be tired, some days you will be sad, some days you will be tired, some days you will be sad, some days you will eat the wrong thing. And that is okay. You are not a machine that must run at 100% capacity at all times. You are a living being with rhythms, cycles, and seasons. Part 5. The final call to action. The world will not help you do this. The system benefits from your sleep, from your compliance, from your anxious pursuit of quantifiable self-worth. The algorithm does not love you. The wellness industry does not want you to be free. It wants you to be a perpetual customer, forever seeking the next upgrade, the next hack, the next dose of control. The choice then is yours, and it is absolute. There is no middle ground. You can continue to live as a ghost in your own machine, a manager of a biological corporation, forever chasing the approval of an app on your phone. You can keep tightening your grip on the water, wondering why you are so thirsty. Or you can choose the uncomfortable, terrifying, exhilarating path of liberation. You can choose to become an animal again, a conscious, intelligent, human animal. You can choose to trust the staggering intelligence that resides in your own flesh and blood, an intelligence that has successfully navigated the chaos of life for millennia without a single spreadsheet. This is a declaration of sovereignty, to trust your own hunger over the calorie counter, to trust your own fatigue over the sleep score, to trust the joy of movement over the step count. It is to say to the entire system of biopower, my life is not a data point. My body is not a problem to be solved. My soul is not for sale. This path is harder. It offers no easy answers, no guarantees, no perfect scores. It demands that you embrace uncertainty. It requires you to take responsibility for your own awareness, to feel your own feelings, to live with the magnificent, messy, unpredictable reality of being alive. It means choosing courage over comfort and authenticity over approval. But this is the only path to a life of meaning. It is the only way to quiet the humming anxiety born of constant self-judgment. It is the only way to come home to yourself. The lie ends the moment you decide to listen, not to the beep of the device, but to the beat of your own wild heart. Take off the digital shackles. Step out of the data prison. Your body is not a problem to be solved or a project to be managed. It is a home to be inhabited. It is a mystery to be lived. It is time to step inside.